All right, so here we have our 2024 Toyota Corolla Cross, which is our crossover Corolla. And it looks like a lot of newer Toyotas, but this vehicle actually has a ton of ADAS features that are not readily viewable just from controls. So going into the instrument cluster, hitting the down arrow, you will be presented with a menu. And in that menu, you can go through your fuel economy, your adaptive cruise settings if you have it on, your audio, trip information, and then you get to settings. So now once you get to settings, here you have a clear view of every single ADAS feature this car has. So some of them I even have to look up because they're really new names, but they're utilizing all of the existing ADAS features the car has, like cameras, blind spots, and radar sensors. So the first one should be familiar with, lane departure. Second one is BSM, which is blind spot monitor. Third one is PCS, which is pre-collision system. Now this next one, PDA, did not know off the top of my mind what that meant, so I looked it up. And PDA means proactive driving assist. So you hear me flipping through the pages. I want to describe this accurately. And it says proactive driving assist. When a detectable object is detected, the proactive driving assist operates the brakes and steering wheel to help prevent the vehicle from approaching too close to the object. And it lists detectable objects as pedestrians, bicyclists, parked vehicles, and maybe even motorcycles on deceleration assist. So that's a relatively new one I am not used to seeing. We have parking assist, which is pretty common these days, and then it keeps going. So we have RCTA, which is a rear cross traffic alert, and we have a new one, PKSB, that I did not recall seeing before. And when you look that one up, it is parking brake support. That one, let's get the accurate description from Toyota. So parking brake support consists of the following functions that operate when driving at a low speed or backing up, such as when parking. When the system determines that the possibility of a collision with a detected object is high, a warning operates to urge the driver to take evasive action. If the system determines the possibility of a collision with a detected object is extremely high, the brakes are automatically applied to help avoid the collision. So this is essentially telling you that while you're parking, if it thinks you're going to hit a person or a car, it may activate the brakes. Next is safe exit assist. So I have not had the opportunity to really test this, but when you look it up, it tells you that while getting out of the car, it will warn you if there is an approaching car or vehicle. The next one is RSA, which is road signs. I don't remember what the A stands for. Forgive me 1 second while I try and find it. Road sign assist, duh, Ricardo. And going into vehicle settings. So this vehicle has pretty much every ADAS option that you can get these days on most Toyotas. So now we're going to take it for a short test drive and see how these systems work. So first thing to note is this car will tell you the speed of the road that you're on. So I'm pretty sure this works with road sign assist. It's reading the speed as 35 miles an hour and it's displaying it on the dash to let me know. So I do not have any other, or I'm not presently utilizing cruise control, but all of the other ADAS features are on. And I want to just test out some of the road signs. So there's a road sign for pedestrian crossing. And there's another one. And you see, it notified me. And then it went away. So it picked that sign up pretty well. It was nice and clear. But we're gonna see how this works with some signs that are unclear. So it's worth noting that this is the fully loaded option. So we have semi-pleather seats. This whole cluster is fully digital, where if you just have the SE or the base model, the cluster looks nothing like this. Got a little taste of pre-collision right there to see how sensitive it is. Let's try and test it again. So you see that? It knows that you're rolling faster. It's actually pretty quick pickup on this car, especially in comparison to some of the older Toyotas. Older is relative. Most of these features are less than 10 years old on almost all Toyotas, if not all. So it picked up that pedestrian crosswalk sign. There's another one coming up. Pick that one up as well. So now there's a few pedestrian crosswalk signs on this street that are not really visible. So we're gonna see what happens. So look right there, completely missed that sign. There is another one right in front of us, and it doesn't recognize it. So I wonder if it doesn't recognize it because this one has 150 feet, and most of the ones that I've seen it recognize do not have the 150 foot underneath it. So not 100% sure, but intriguing nonetheless. See right there, we just passed a speed limit 45 and it's telling me 45. So it picks up speed limit signs pretty well. I'm just letting it coast. Good warning. Alright, now I'm looking for a red light for a very specific reason. So now I'm going to engage the cruise control. So newer Toyotas allow you to be stopped and engage the cruise control. On the steering wheel, you can press this button here, and that is the message you will get. The car is actually holding itself. My foot is now off the brake. And the only thing you need to do to resume or to start accelerating is to press the resume button. So I'm going to wait to show you exactly how this works. So traffic is starting to move. I tap the resume button and the car takes off. And now I'm going to adjust my speed to the flow of traffic, which should be around 50. See, it's set at the maximum distance. We're gonna let it do its thing. So also worth noting that the vehicle is in regular drive mode. I'm gonna put it in sport and see how it drives. Kind of loosely holding the wheel right now just to see how long it'll go before it tells me to grab the wheel again. There it went. So lane tracing assistant available, take control of the wheel. Very cool. So you see blind spot working on my left. Cruise control is set at 51. I'm not doing 51, maintaining the longest distance. I'm gonna motion to my left over here to show lane keep. So it warned me right there. Now it's still at the furthest distance, so it's gonna keep me pretty far away from any car in front of me. And it's gonna drive very conservatively. So the car is actually making this turn for me, which is impressive, being in that lane and that lane forked. So you can see I'm really not doing much right now. Now it lost both lane tracers. Look at that, it picked them back up again. That was fast. It's a lot faster than I've seen it done before. So we're at the furthest distance now. I'm gonna get up to the closest distance to see how close it gets us. So pretty typical 2-car distance, more or less, from the car in front of you. Kind of what we've come to expect. Those cars are probably accelerating right now, which is why the distance is growing. My speed is set at 51. So this is what we get. This is relatively easy driving. The system is very reactive. Doesn't feel very jittery. So, you know, it's also a brand new car, right? Into the right lane here. And stepping on the brake now because I have to get off. But this was a really good little crossover vehicle. Seems really efficient, packed with ADAS features. And this is what it's like to buy a new car in 2024. Thanks for watching, everybody.